All right. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Laz Live. This is Maricar. I'm streaming from New Zealand, and you are here for day 11 of the 21-day positivity habit. So I'd like to welcome everyone today. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We'll just be here for the next 30 minutes. And I encourage you to sit on a chair if you're not yet, and so that we can actually do some breathing exercises while you're seated. I'd like to remind everybody that we are on a 21-day positivity habit, and it actually really, really has helped me personally from a very inward-looking perspective. That at least for 30 minutes in a day, whether I do it live or whether I forget about it and I need some positivity throughout the day, that I can actually go back and replay the sessions, which are on the Laz Live website. On the Laz Live feed every day. So if you're tuning in for the first time, this is day 11. If you've missed the previous days, don't fret. It is on Laz Live. If you look at Urban Ashram Yoga on the store, it's over there. And you'll actually also see us on our YouTube channel. So do look for us in Urban Ashram Yoga under the YouTube channel. And you will see us throughout the 11 days. So we will load it every day. So if you do miss out, you will be there. All right. So good morning. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Maricar. Nandito ako sa New Zealand. Matagal na ako nagtuturo sa Urban Ashram. I've been teaching there for almost 10 years. And together with other teachers, we are here to really promote the practice of yoga. And the idea is that we want to share the benefits of the practice. If I had known then what I know now, I would have really practiced yoga earlier. But my backstory is I learned yoga because I had severe back pain. I really had pain in my legs that tingled, that really created this whole line of weakness across my lower back. And every morning when I'd wake up, I'd already be weak and I wouldn't have this energy. And I was younger much then. So, I went to chiropractors. I went through all types of doctors. I wore a strap for 6 years of my high school life. Well, 4 years of my high school life and 2 years in college to lift my body up. And yet that didn't help. When I did my online research, everybody had pointed out a non-invasive technique or non-invasive way of dealing with back pain, which was yoga. And so about 15 years ago, I practiced yoga with a private teacher, Madeline, and she and my husband, with my husband and I, and my daughter started practicing yoga in the Philippines, sa may Green Hills. And then I got inspired by her, and then my husband's also back pain was relieved. And then when his back pain was relieved, his temper also changed. You recognize that perhaps temper, yung medyo masungit ka or madaling magalit, doesn't necessarily become or doesn't emanate or source from a mood or just because he was that way. It's because he was dealing with so much pain. That anger was really a manifestation of his pain. And same with me. I used to get masungit in the morning, and can you imagine the effect on my children? When you wake up in the morning, then all of a sudden, you're not as nice or friendly, and you send your kid off to school when you're masungit or angry. So what type of energy are you passing on to your family? It really, really depends on the energy you have for yourself. So I came to yoga because of back pain. I started to enjoy it. That was the initial benefit. And then I started to notice that I was less stressed, that I started to understand myself more. I started to learn more about myself. I started to reflect and go inward without anybody telling me I needed to. And so the practice became a soulful practice. In fact, it became a spiritual practice, not religious at all. In fact, it's really secular. We don't advocate anything but your own personal beliefs. We share what we know only because what it's worked. So today's class, day 11, is really about awareness. Awareness is defined as many things. In fact, you hear a lot of buzzwords today called mindfulness, being in the present moment, paying more attention, and introspection, taking a look at yourself from within. So today we'll talk about awareness. We will also do some breathing exercises to remind ourselves how we can generate our own energy, remind ourselves of the rhythm of our own breath and the natural ways to soothe ourselves. And also we'll go through mudras. Mudras is a hand seal. So today's mudra will be this. And a hand seal is a gesture that seals your intention. So it's another point of focus that allows you to really be more aware, be more mindful, and be more appreciative of the present moment. So let's talk about what we talked about yesterday for those that missed it. And it's just a recap. Yesterday was about freedom. Freedom, and within the context of the world we're living in, where our freedoms seem to be restricted by factors beyond our control. Freedom was defined as, the not being imprisoned or being trapped. And how's that possible in the confines of our space, of our homes? The second thing is freedom also means the ability to act, to choose, and to decide what is good for us and what is right for us. And yet, how can we do that when all of a sudden the things we used to take for granted with our freedom is now being questioned, is now being taken away from us? And we're actually being asked, how can we be free within borders and limitations? All right? So I'd like to say good morning for those who tuned in. Hi, Vince. Hi, Joe. Hi, JP. Good morning, and thank you for joining in. These are our teachers and also one of my first students at Urban Ashram. And that's the wonderful thing about yoga. No matter what relationships you have, there is this connection you have because of the practice. Yoga actually means union, to yoke, to be with each other. And I am grateful for the opportunity to really connect with each other, even from miles away in New Zealand. And so that's the wonderful thing about the practice, is that you have a common set of guiding principles where ultimately it's about self-care, yourself. And by caring for yourselves, you're able to truly care for others. Good morning, Raymart. All right, so again, freedom from yesterday meant that we have the ability to choose. The ability to choose what is right for ourselves. And our mantra, our affirmation was, divine knowledge makes my life easier and richer. And divine wisdom gladdens my heart and shows me the path. So once more, divine knowledge makes my life richer and easier. Divine wisdom gladdens my heart and shows me the path. So the reason we have affirmations is that this are the words that you release into the world. And yet the words come from inside. And with those words, you embed it. You make it an imprint in your body. You allow yourselves to absorb that good energy through the words that have been spoken by you, and so that you can share it with the rest of the world. So the freedom we have as human beings as compared to animals. Again, animals, we have that animal instinct. And in a time of crisis and in the pandemic, our instinct kicks in. We fight, we flee, or we freeze. And yet that's like the automatic instinct. It's like deer in headlights. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to do given this crisis? And that's a natural instinct that allows us to survive. But the human existence, the wonderful thing about human beings is a couple of things. One, we have this wonderful body, this physical manifestation to be able to relate with ourselves, to discover more about ourselves. And secondly, to be able to move this body with grace, to relate with others, the people we care about, the people in our homes, and the people we can't be with, and yet share an experience together. The second thing about human is the freedom to choose what is right for you. And that comes from knowledge. Knowledge are the facts that we learn, either in school or through experiences, that we accumulate so we can realize what is true and what is false, right? But wisdom is the ability to choose the right thing, what is right and what is wrong. And animals can't choose that. They will always choose what's there to make them survive. That's why it's fight, flight, or freeze. But humans can pause and think, what can I do given the situation in order for me to choose the path of least harm? All right? So let's start with a breathing practice to allow us to settle down and ground, and to allow us to really generate this energy even while we're seated. So if everybody can sit on their chair, all right? And then place your feet onto the floor, firmly press your feet, and lift the toes of your feet. So notice that if you spread the toes away from each other and you lift them, you actually feel a little bit of energy coming from your knees, the tops of your thighs, and also from your legs. And as you lift the toes, feel that energy, and then slowly let the toes settle down into the floor. Bring your hands to the tops of your thighs and use that to lift yourself up from your belly all the way to your chin. So you're getting taller from your chin. And then you're going to extend the arms to the side, rotate the biceps open, the biceps face up to the ceiling, and then you reach to the sides of your waist and see if you can get tall from the sides of your waist. Yep. If you lengthen your spine, you protect your lower back. And then you draw the belly in like a corset. So you're keeping that lower back in place. And then you bring your arms up, you interlace your fingers, you press your palms, you keep a bend in your elbows first. And can you lengthen each side of your waist? And you'll feel yourself getting taller. And then you press the palms up to open up the shoulders. With that interlace, hold it onto the base of your neck. Lift the base of your skull. So you get the lift from the back of your neck. Then you open up the elbows so that you broaden through the center of your chest. All right? And now with that open chest, you have space. And then once more, you bring your hands on your thighs. You slightly drop your chin. And then you gently close your eyes. So feel that opening in your chest. Feel the seating bones ground you down into your chair. But use the hands to give you that extra sense of lift. And then as you close your eyes, you soften your eyelids. You relax your jaw. You can open and close your mouth. No one's looking. It's just you and your phone or your laptop. So move the muscles of your face. And then gently close the lips without letting the teeth touch. Just the inner lips gently touch one another. So the lips are supple and soft. Can you release the softness? Can you let the softness stay? Relax the jaw, relax the cheeks, and try to release the lines in the forehead so the face is naturally soft. And from the corners of your lips, can you lift it to the corners of your ears and see how that simple gesture allows you to have an inner smile. And with that softness of your face, the grounding of your hands and your feet, you start to notice your breath. How are you breathing? For the first time, notice, for this moment in time, can you hear the sound of your breath? Can you feel the breath through the rising and the falling of your chest? And can you imagine the breath as it goes in through the nose and as you exhale through your mouth? So as you now deliberately control your breath, you inhale through your nose, you bring the breath into the belly, the lungs, the top of the chest, and then you hold yourself full like a balloon. And then as you exhale through your mouth, you notice how the body softens when you exhale through your mouth, releasing your breath. Inhaling, pressing into your hands, lifting your belly, breathing through the fullness of your chest, breathing into the back body, breathing into the back of your neck, and then you hold yourself full. And then as you exhale through your mouth, you contract the base of your throat. So you hear your breath as you slowly release it, drawing the belly in and exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling, expanding, widening, breathing to the left and right side of the body, bottom to the top, front and back. Hold yourself full. This time, close your mouth. Exhale slowly through your nose, slowly releasing your breath. Inhaling, expanding, widening, broadening, feeling each of your vertebrae in your spine lengthen through the crown of your head. And then you hold yourself full. And then as you slowly exhale through your nose, you keep the spine tall, long, wide and deep as you slowly release the breath. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and pause at the top. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold yourself at the bottom. Inhaling to the left and right side, front and back, top and bottom, soft-faced, soft jaw as you hold yourself full. Exhale, slowly release the breath, listening to the sound of the breath without collapsing your spine. Now bring your right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart below your collarbones. And as you inhale, breathe into the belly that you feel the belly rise to touch the right hand, all the way to the left hand that you feel a slight lift in the top of your chest. Without collapsing the spine, as you exhale, feel the belly draw in, the right hand slowly sinks. Keep the chest open as the left hand sinks to your chest. Inhaling, breathing to the right hand, all the way to the left, feeling the breath in your body. Exhaling, hearing the breath as you contract the base of your throat without collapsing the spine, keeping the chest open. Now 2 more cycles on your own. Breathing through the right hand, the left, imagining the breath bringing the goodness all across the body. And then as you exhale, you release that which no longer serves you. Stress, anxiety, fear, carbon dioxide, and that which you no longer need. 3 more cycles on your own. Feeling the breath in the body, imagining the breath filling up the body with all the good energy. And on that cycle of release, you release that which no longer serves you. And you watch the body as the hands feel the breath. You listen to your breath and you imagine your breath. On your own now, breathing slowly, breathing softly. And then very, very slowly bringing your hands to the tops of your thighs. Releasing the breath, coming now into watching your breath. Allowing yourselves to watch how your thoughts are. Watch the rhythm of your breath. And watch the quality of your thoughts. Watch how the body feels. And how perhaps for this moment in time, you are in the present moment. And then very, very gently, you blink your eyes open and you slowly release. Welcome to yoga. You just did your first yoga practice, at least for the day. And notice how just that 7 minutes of breathing allows you to control your heart rate to its very natural pace, allow you to be in touch with your body through sensory perceptions, your ability to feel the breath, to hear the breath, and to focus the mind inside. And that is awareness. The ability to be in the present moment, the ability to focus the mind. And the practice is not about focusing the mind, just focusing. The ability is to watch your thoughts and see your thoughts as if they were clouds. Instead of engaging your thoughts, you watch them and you observe them. And that is the practice. And when the mind wanders, which is the full practice, you draw yourself back to your breath. I'm sure you saw your mind thinking, watching. And that ability to be aware is exactly the practice. The ability to know that you are not your thoughts, that you are more than your thoughts, that you can see yourself from within is magic. And that ability to be right here, right now, in the present moment allows you to have a sense of gratitude. That actually everything is okay. If you don't remember the past or think about it, and you don't fret about the future. And that is the practice of yoga. So we'd like to talk about today I'd like to talk about the 4 paths of a yogi, the pursuits, what we call the Purushatas. Now, the yogi just means somebody who practices yoga, and I actually believe that if you're doing your breathing practice every day, that is the practice of yoga. There is no level of yogi. It's in the present moment that you are a yogi. So there are 4 paths, and this is why I love the yoga practice, because there is philosophy. There are guiding principles by which you can truly live a fulfilled life in this lifetime, in this earthly lifetime. The first, Dharma, your purpose. So, when we talk about freedom and awareness, we ask ourselves, why? Why am I doing all of this? Maybe in our previous life, before the pandemic, we wanted to be wealthy. We wanted to be the vice president of your biggest bank. Or we just wanted to, to send your kids to the most expensive school in the United States. But all of a sudden, with this pandemic, all of a sudden your goals or your own personal goals are now being questioned. Is it still my purpose? And that's the wonderful thing about being in the present moment. You are able to make decisions for yourself. And that's the freedom. We can attach ourselves to this, but we can choose what our new purpose is. So maybe our new purpose is to be a more mindful mother, to be more nurturing to my children because they're stuck with me at home. Maybe the second thing is to be more mindful of my relationship with my spouse because now he's my partner, because I have to be at home with him 24 hours of the day. Or maybe if you're alone, it's your time for yourself, and that is your purpose. So always ask yourself why, and make that decision for yourself. I find by knowing your audience, by understanding who your audience is, in my case, it's my immediate family, my husband, my children, my parents. This is my audience, and that's who my purpose is for, my dharma. The second thing is Kama, and you've heard that Kama Sutra. You think of all the weird things that you've seen about it, but, think of Kama as pleasure. That this form, this body, this physical manifestation, this vessel of this lifetime here on earth, has the ability to have pleasure, ecstasy, enthusiasm, joy. It's the same energy that you would use anyway for fear, anxiety, and stress. Shift that energy to one of pleasure, not pain, one of joy rather than fear, and one of ecstasy rather than anxiety. You can make that choice and not feel guilty about that, because this is why we have this body, to enjoy it. And there was a study made, a long study about people who've passed on and on their dying days asked, what is it that you regret the most? And the answer was unequivocally that I should have enjoyed my body more. So that is our vessel in this lifetime. The third pursuit of a yogi is artha. Artha means gold, success. And you can define it as material wealth, but that is very challenging in this time. But wealth can be defined by the quality of your relationships, the creativity you have to showcase your talent, your ability to still make economic ends meet, even in these challenging times. And that's choices you make. Maybe it's time to change careers. Maybe it's time to do what you've always wanted to do. Shift your purpose, and perhaps artha will come. And yet the fourth thing of it all, interestingly enough, is moksha. Moksha. Moksha means to be liberated, to be free from all attachments. So, this accumulation of wealth, accumulation of things, accumulation of purpose, the goal is to eventually be free from that. So in your dying stages, whether it's the ego death or physical death, you are truly left with yourself. And ultimately, that's what we have left, ourselves. But that's the great thing, because in this pandemic, you have the choice to be with yourself and enjoy yourselves. And imagine the opportunity to reset your life, to be able to change things that you always wanted to change. And now you have that capacity to do so. And the things we can't, it's just a matter of time. Every single cell in our body comes from one cell. We all came from an original cell. That cell that has fought wars, beat viruses, and has survived even the most cruel of times. That survival instinct is in us. So when people ask me, what do you wish for the world? Like a Miss Universe answer. And I always say, I wish they would flick the awareness switch. I wish that everybody in this planet would wake up and recognize that if we start with ourselves, our own self-awareness, then perhaps the world outside will change. And that's the true lesson of this pandemic. It forces us to do the inner work, to do what is necessary to truly live a peaceful life within and a peaceful life outside. So again, divine knowledge, the universal truth, makes my life richer. We redefine what richer means, and makes my life easier to be released of all attachments. Divine wisdom, the ability to choose what is right for us, and the freedom to make those choices at this moment in time is with us. Divine wisdom gladdens my heart and shows me the path. And so we end again with a mudra. A mudra is a seal. So there are two mudras. The mudra that where you press your index finger and your thumb and the three fingers, and we'll talk about the gunas that the three fingers represent. Or you can choose to fold, where you're holding the at the joint. So the one with the joint is to receive. The one with the index finger and the thumb touching is passive receiving. So I would actually do the right hand to give, the left hand to receive. So let's place them on your hands, on your thighs. Sit tall once more. And if you're tuning in, just follow. There is no wrong or right in yoga. This is really just all about being in the moment. So sit tall with a mudra. Rest your hands onto your thighs. And then allow yourselves to sit tall by grounding your feet onto the floor, lifting the energy up through the back of your neck, and hands softly through your thighs. And then as you inhale through your nose, you get taller, wider, broader. Exhaling through your nose, releasing the breath. Inhaling through your nose all the way from the belly to your chin. Exhaling, softening the breath as you release. Now, as you blink your eyes open, I want you to place your right hand where your index finger is on your heart. 3 fingers up facing your chin. And that allows you now, the mudra, to be able to cleanse the spirit and for emotional and mental health. So this time you close your eyes, inhaling through your nose, breathing fully, all the way to your heart, that you feel the energy through your heart emanate and radiate through every single cell of the body. And as you exhale through your nose, you let that which no longer serves you release through your nose. Inhaling, pressing the index finger and the thumb, feeling the energy sealed within the body with the goodness of knowledge and wisdom, filling up into the breath. And then as you exhale through your nose, you let the breath go, softening the shoulders, the jaw, the cheeks, and feeling that energy stay within the body. 2 more cycles on your own. Inhaling, breathing, feeling the hands in your chest, feeling your chin lift, feeling the base of your skull lift, and feel the goodness and the fullness of your body. And then as you exhale, you keep that goodness in. You release that which no longer serves you, exhaling through your nose. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, expanding, widening, broadening, soft face, soft jaw, soft cheeks. Exhaling, releasing the breath and letting the breath go. Now on your own, few cycles, hearing your breath, tuning into your own vibrations, feeling the breath through your heart as the hands touch the heart. And imagine all that good energy in every single cell in your body. Appreciating the body that we have. Appreciating the breath of life that allows us to bring the goodness in. and release. And then very slowly bring both hands on your thighs. Keep the mudra. Keep the seal. Let go of the yogic breath. Just now starting to watch your thoughts. Watching the breath as if they were clouds passing you by. And then starting to feel that softness in your face, the jaw, the cheeks. And with that inner smile, the corners of your lips reach the corners of your ears. Bring your right hand in your heart, left hand above your heart, closing your eyes, and just starting to watch the body, observe the thoughts, and just feel what it feels to be in this present moment with a sense of gratitude in the knowledge that is stilled in our bodies and in our hearts, and the wisdom with the freedom and awareness that makes us truly, truly human. Gently blink your eyes open, and then slowly release. Good morning, everyone. And I wish you all a wonderful, wonderful day. Take some time for yourself, even just a few minutes, to just sit quietly and realize that the present moment is actually great and that you've done what you could to be good, to find time for self-care, to quiet your mind, to take care of your body, and by tuning in, choosing to love yourself. So thank you everyone for today. That's day 11. And if you just missed this, you can come and log on to our YouTube channel, Urban Ashram Yoga. And also, we've got free videos for yoga. If you're afraid, which is fine, we have several videos. Thank you, Ruby Lynn. And I'd like to thank all our teachers who continue to share their practice with everybody else. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And tune in for my last day tomorrow, day 12. And tomorrow is an interesting topic. It's on overcoming fear. It's not that difficult. If you have the freedom, you have the practice of awareness, you will be free from fear. So thank you everyone. Namaste. And I hope to see you tomorrow for the 12th day of our 21-day positivity habit. Namaste. Thanks guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.